Hey, good afternoon, Eagle's Nest. I am hanging out in the 220 room this afternoon. Look at that, I voted. And just want to encourage you guys today with a few thoughts for today's daily dose. One of the things that we've been talking about is how to continue to stay connected as we strive to worship, connect, and serve together as a body of believers in the Eagle's Nest community, our family. And one of the things that we're looking at is how do we continually connect when we're in a COVID environment dealing with the pressures of not being able to meet in larger groups or even meet in smaller groups, and realizing that everyone has a different level of comfort with those decisions. For me and my family, we've continued to have get-togethers and smaller events with friends and different things, but it's not the same for every single person. Some folks have been in true isolation since this began because of, no kidding, pre-existing conditions, I should say. And so we want to be sensitive to that. We also have folks that are concerned about, hey, what if I were to get sick? I have a loved one that I need to care for, or all the different reasons why someone may need to stay at home. So how do we do that as a church together? One of the things that we've tried is Zoom meetings through Life Group. And frankly, it's great at first and everyone can see each other, and that brings a spark of like, wow, okay, there you are, I can see you again. And it does, help, but it's not been sustainable for us. And so we've been looking at ways to try and get together, really like your feedback. If you have ideas or you have concepts that you think would work, we would be open to hearing those. But I want to encourage you today that if you have somebody in your network of friends and in your network of life group, in your network of ministry that you haven't heard from or seen in a while, would you reach out to them and would you encourage them and just find out how they're doing? We've got so many folks that have not been able to come to church since March, since this event kind of kicked off. And we've done a few rounds of reaching out, making telephone calls, emails. Obviously, the online content helps, but it is not the same thing. We really all need that friendly touch. And in a COVID environment, that touch can't necessarily be in person. So I would encourage you, if someone crosses your mind and you're like, I haven't seen him in a while, don't let somebody else take that task on. Send them a text, call them, chat with them for a while, and just see how they're doing. We're all wrestling with different levels of stress, different pressures. All of the things that are kind of unfolding are making it super stressful for all of us. Anxiety's higher, pressure's higher, and we all kind of feel this sense of out of controlness and unrest. And we're going into an election season. So let me encourage you today, church. God's still with us. As Pastor Bob preached this week, He is on the throne. He's in charge, not always in control of the minute details, but He is in charge. And we can help each other as we walk through this. Continue to be the hands and feet of Christ as you worship, connect, and serve together. Thank you for all that you do. See you next week.